I see you there, Morty. Are you just taking off the recording? Okay. Okay, good. So let us sit and cross the legs, the center of the shins. Roll the front thighs in, broaden the backs of the thighs right at the base to broaden the pelvic floor. And roll towards the forward under the sit bones, drawing the sacrum in up. And just the center of your torso up as you do that. So breathe into the sit bones, find that effortless lift of your torso. Bring your hands behind you, teacup hands, lift and roll your upper arm bones up and back and down. Not to lean back, try to keep your shoulders over your hips. Press down into your fingertips, and as you reach your inner thighs down, you reach your outer hips and thighs down. Lift the side body up, outer hip to the armpit chest. And maintain that lift. Find that reverse C in the armpit chest. And back of the armpit to the front, front of the armpit up, and bring the shoulder blades down. Bring the hands on the thighs and maintain the lift. Take the tailbone a little towards the pubic bone, the pubic pelvic floor a little bit for some support of the root block. Widen the diaphragm. Draw the sides of the waist back to some of the lower front ribs. So you take the lower back ribs a little bit up off the top of the sacrum and create some space for your lower back. So you're shoving your ribs forward. Bring the shoulder blades down on the back. Draw the chin in with the base of the skull up off the top of the neck. Create space for your neck. And length in the back of the neck like a swan. Tuck the chin a little and let your eyes gaze down. You keep the eyes lightly open or closed. Observe your breath here for a few moments. Observe your breath in the tips of the nostrils. And as the breath moves into the nasal passages, observe if there's more breath coming in one side or the other. Observe the flow of breath at the back of the nasal passages at the top of the throat, where you make that ujjayi sound as you breathe. Soft sound. Observe the flow of breath in the nasal cavities of the face, forehead, cheeks, temples. And you feel the breath flowing here. Filtering. And observe the flow of breath as it moves down your windpipe, in your throat, down into your chest, and into your lungs, right and left. And observe the ability for your rib cage to receive the breath, right, to expand and receive the breath on the right and left side. Maybe there's more breath going into one lung than the other. And observe the movement of your diaphragm as you breathe. As you inhale, the diaphragm moves down about an inch, so the upper abdomen moves out, and the lower ribs expand and flare up. And that moves into the side ribs, thoracic rib, all the way up to the armpit, chest, sternum, and collarbone. So you really create the space, and then you just release, and the air comes out. Keep the lift of the chest to release. Creating space, the diaphragm is down, the ribs expand to the side, back, the front, top chest. Pause a moment, and then slowly release, keeping the lift of the chest. Belly in a little bit more. Pause a moment, and then continue with the inhale. Creating the space. So the air just comes in. You don't have to suck it in, right? And you release that space, and the air just comes out. And just know that the space is the same as the outside space, and we're being breathed by the environment, and the environment is breathing us. So it's all one living, breathing organism that we're a part of. You're the good, the bad, the ugly. And we're all part of this. Bring your hands to heart center, your opening chant. We'll chant all together and tone response. So firm the thumbs to the sternum, with the sternum bottom to top. Lift and roll the upper arm comes back, and draw the outer edge of the shoulder blades down, connecting that to the outer edge of the upper. And take a deep breath in and out. And inhale deeply from. Sahana Bhavatu. Sahana Bhavatu. Sahana Bhavatu. Sahaviryam. Sahaviryam. Karavavahai. Jasi. Tejasi. Navadita. Navadita. Asuma. Vidvisha. Vidvisha. Vahai. Om. Isha. Isha. Take a deeper breath, lift the heart. And as you exhale, release your head over forward and you release your hands down to your thighs and pause here and breathe. Soften the front of the throat, draw the trachea, the windpipe towards the back of the neck, and draw the sides of the throat towards the back of the neck and up along the jawline to the base of the skull. And release the muscles at the back of the neck and the base of the skull. And release the muscles of the scalp towards the forehead, forehead towards the eyebrows, eyebrows towards the eyelids. And let the muscles of the eyes soften and let the eyes release towards the back of the head and down towards the heart center. Keep the center and the side body lifting, rooting the outer hips and thighs down, keep releasing the inner legs. And to let the energy of your eyes and your brain and your senses descend into your heart center. Let that energy of the brain relax and move down into the sensing, feeling body emanating from the heart center. And keep yourself situated there with your eyes closed. On an inhale, slowly curl up the back of your neck. Line up your ears over your shoulders. And then with your eyes closed, raise your gaze. And before you open the eyes, take them again to the back of the head. And soften your inner corners and outer corners of your eyes. And soften your gaze. And continue to look inward as you allow your eyelids to gently open. Go ahead and extend your legs and you'll come to Adho Mukha. So you to the back of the mat. Sit on the heels. Big toes together, knees apart, and press the legs. And if you need a little something under your ankles, your shins, you can take that or between your hips and heels. We'll sit just for a moment and then go forward. Do the forward bend. So just take a moment to lengthen the fronts of your shins and ankles and feet. And let your weight of the body descend to your heels. So just feel that grounding. I'm sitting on the heels. Very grounding pose. Right? Really get your buttocks to relax down towards the heels and your back body. And then maintain that groundedness and firmness. The legs are stable, they're not moving, but we will move the pelvis, right, around the head of the femur bones. The pelvis tilts forward so it goes with the torso. Bring your hands on the ground, a little bit in front of you and pause, not to be in a rush. Spread your fingers well. And assess your hands and fingers. Roll to the inner edge of your fingers, outer edge of your thumbs, and press firmly into the base knuckles of the fingers and beyond. And assess the wrist creases and the distance of the arms apart. And then from your elbow joints, in and up, squeeze them towards each other and move it up. And then wrap the shoulder blades around the outer edges of your back and broaden the top edge of the shoulder blades and the collarbones in the front. So not to hollow the collarbones, right? So keep the arms into the socket. If you push the arms too far, the clavicles, the collarbones start to make a cathedral. So you want to keep those broad as well. Yeah. Good, and then you push down into your hands, forward into your fingers, and keep the buttocks firmly on the heels as you slowly walk your way down. And it's no rush, right? So you're feeling that rootedness of your thigh bones sitting on your heels, and allowing the pelvis and muscles around the lower back and groin and so on to slowly release in buttocks, so that you can rotate the pelvis around the femurs and come down into the forward bend in between your thighs. So the frontal hip points come down between the thighs, the lower front ribs come down between the thighs. Keep wrapping the shoulder blades around to the outer edges of the back and from the elbow joints, palms flat so you can push, right? And then move the thoracic vertebrae in. So you're moving your spine in and towards your sternum and collarbones. So your middle upper back, instead of round, and you're working on moving that in. And then tuck the chin in towards the chest, like we did before, and take the base of the skull off the top of the neck, without letting the head be too heavy. And then imagine someone gently pressing your shoulder blades into your back and bringing your armpits a little closer to the ground. And then eventually you take the head down at the hairline and pull the skin of the forehead towards the nose rather than up, so that will bring your brain a little bit into a more relaxed state. And just be here for a few breaths and observe that opening in the back of your body. Breathing the skin is left, feel the skin is left, muscles in your knees and back arm. And observe where your spine is pushing out into the skin, and see if you can absorb it towards the center of the body, towards the front, and move it forward towards the head side. And breathe, and soften the flesh, soften the skin, and spread. Use the breath to help you. And then coming up onto hands and knees, we'll move into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. So adjust your hands again a little bit in front of your shoulders, and as you push down into the hands and forward into the fingers, lift up energetically from the palms of your hands through the bones of your arms into your shoulder socket. So that's called Hasta Bandha. Hasta is the hand. So the Bandha is the seal. So in the hand, they're minor chakras also. So you're lifting up from the hands into the shoulders as you press down muscularly. And then push back towards your heels, curling the toes under, draw your outer ankles in, and press down into the ball mounds of your feet, especially the inner heel to the big toes. And then press down into the hands, forward into the fingers, and inhale and lift your knees up and your hips up, and exhale and release your head down. Keep your heels up, turn your elbows in towards each other and up away from the ground. Wrap the shoulder blades around the outer edges of the back as you press firmly into the inner edges of your fingers, outer edges of your thumbs. So even though you're pressing down muscularly, lift up energetically into your shoulders. Take the top edge of the shoulder blade a little deeper in. And then lift your kneecaps up, inner knees up to the inner groins, roll the inner groins back, widen the inner thighs and backs of the thighs, the sitting bones of the buttocks. And then imagine someone's pulling you back by your outer hips as well. So use the legs to pull the hips back away off the rib cage. And then reach the heels slowly out to the side and back towards the wall behind you, and then bend. Slowly. And as you do that, lift the head of the shin bone off the top of the foot. Lift the inner ankles up to the inner knees, to the inner groins. Lift the outer ankles up to the outer knees, up to the outer hips. Firm the knees, and then press the thighs back again. Use the legs to get the weight off the arms and into the legs. Pull the weight back. Breathe. Make a little soft reject sound as you breathe. And then lifting your heels, walk your feet forward and walk your hands back and come to Uttanasana. Standing forward bend. So you can use blocks as needed. Widen your feet, bend your knees, soften your ankles, and let that allow your hips to release over a little bit more. So instead of widening your feet quite so much, bend your knees a little and widen your inner thighs and knees a lot. Yes. See how much more you can go when you do that. So then you can lower the blocks, right? You don't need them. Yeah.
Maybe you don't even need them that high. Yeah, you don't even need them, right? Exactly. Bring your hands closer to your feet, because that's gonna make your arms a little longer. And then turn your heels out to your backs of your legs, feet are parallel. And then as you're here, release your torso down, let your waist hollow, lift your shoulder blades up. And then slowly open the back of the leg. So you work towards straight, even though you don't go all the way straight, maybe. You release the hamstrings up, think of that, releasing them up from the backs of the knees to the inner thighs, the outer hips, the sit bones. And then root down from the backs of the knees into the heels. And roll the inner thighs back. Broaden the backs of the thighs, broaden the pelvic floor, broaden the sitting bone. And let the weight be heavy in your torso. So your head pulls your spine down into the pose. And shift the weight forward so you're more on the balls of the feet, not to hang out on the heels. And then getting ready to come up, walk your hands forward just in front of your feet. Lift your kneecaps up, straighten your legs, and root down into your heels. And roll your sitting bones down towards your heels as you lift your hamstrings up, draw your waist in, and then extend the side of the body forward, lift the chin and chest. You can take your hands to your hips to come up, or you can take your arms up, lift your pubic, descend your buttock. Draw the inner edge of the shoulder blades down as you take the pinky side of the hand up. Have your feet now sit bone width distance apart. Take the inner groin back, widen the inner groin, yes, maintain that width, your thighs to bones. And then bring the outer hips in, take the tailbone a little bit forward and lift the pubic up. And then keep the roots of the thighs back, find something deeper than gluteus maximus, so that's the top of the butt muscle, the outer butt muscle. Find something deeper towards the bones and move the sacrum a little bit in as you root the thighs back. So you're absorbing the sacrum. And then from the outer hips, root down to the outer feet, lift the ribs straight up off the hips. Lift one rib up off the other. Right, lift the pinky side of the arm, soften the inner edge of the shoulder blades down, thumb side of the arm, squeeze the elbows in, grip the elbows. Take an inhale and exhale and then release. Good. So we'll do some Surya Namaskar, sun salutation. So come to the front of your mat and stand in Tadasana. There. So you're ujjayi breathing, from your knees, from your elbows. You can have your feet together or sprung with distance. So straighten your limbs, soften the skin a little bit, and find your balance in your pose, right? So your outer knees over your outer ankles, outer hips over outer knees, shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders. Right, so straighten your elbow joints, pulling down from your elbow, inner elbow to the thumb side, outer elbow to the pinky side. You pull the arms a little back, and when you do that, not too much, just maybe a quarter of an inch. As you pull the arm down back, lift your arm to chest up. Lift the chest. Beautiful. Good. Draw the chin back a little. Lift the base of the skull up off the back of the neck and look down. I mean, if you're looking up, yes. Lift your base of the skull up more. Yes. Yeah. 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 Good. Okay. And then start reading the sound. Turn your arms down. Inhale, sweep up. Then look up if that's comfortable. Exhale, move forward. Once beside your feet, head down, you can soften in your ankles and knees so your hips will release over more. And then lift your head up, looking up into your fingertips. Inhale, step your right leg back. And then lower the knee, point the toe. Draw the outer ankle in. Press the top of the foot down, lift the knee up like up dog. And then reach back from the groin, from the top of the thigh. You can lift it up high, and stretch it back. And then start to bring your left knee forward of your toes in a low lunge, right? As you gently and slowly lower your right knee down, but you're reaching back as you do that, right? And then pushing your fingers and lift your chest, coil your spine, deep breath. And then look down towards your knee, push your left knee back over your ankle. So your right foot's under and come to high lunge. From your outer hips, draw your left knee back to your left hip, roll your right buttock around so your hips are square. Draw the belly in towards the spine, flat palm, step back, straight arms around us. We'll be here for a couple of breaths. Okay, so spiral your inner thighs up and extend from your inner thighs, inner groin to your inner knee to your inner heels. Pull your outer heels toward your outer knees, toward your outer hips, from your outer hips. And then from there, extend the sides of the body forward more. Tuck your chin and look in between your hands. From your elbows. Good. And then exhale, gently lower your knees. And stay here and breathe. Just lower your knees. Keep your toes curled under. Move your buttocks back towards your heels. Arch your lower back. Spiral your inner elbows forward. Bend your elbows back. And then move your chest and chin forward and down. Knees, chest, chin, buttocks up. Now you can extend your legs and buttocks down and back. Point your toes. Draw your hands back a little. Draw your outer ankles in. Roll. You can press the tops of the feet down and roll the front thighs in. And then lift the knees. Lift the knees. Root the hips down. And inhale, curl up. Just with the legs extending and your hips rooted down. Then you can push into your hands a little bit. Keep your shoulders back. Curling up. And then as you exhale, you can come up through your bent knees. You can move back into a little child's pose. Knees a little bit wide. Like you're asking forward. And then come up into Adho Trikonasana. Downward facing dog. And take a couple of breaths of downward facing dog. Bring your elbows in and up away from the ground. But you maybe turn your hands out just a teeny bit. Both hands, yeah. And squeeze the elbows in and up, but broaden the top of the shoulder blades. So not to pinch there. Something for you. So don't move your head here. Move your head here. Yeah. And then choose yes. Like that. Okay. Wait for that. Yeah. Okay. And then inhaling. You lift your heels, look between your hands, and bring your right leg forward. Into lunge, and then lower your left knee. Keep the toe. Draw the outer ankle in. Press the top of the foot down and lift that leg up. And extend through the front of the psoas and so on towards the back foot as you slowly bring your right knee forward with your toes. So it's like a push pull, right? It's not like look at me with us and then I'm in. No. Okay. It's about assessing. Yeah. And then gently lower when you're ready. And then you push into your fingertips, curl your spine and look up, inhaling. Now look down to your knee and exhale, you push back. Right over the right heel, the left hips under, so you're in high lunge from your waist, from your outer hips, and then exhale, step forward to Uttanasana. Widen the buttocks flush away from the sides of the sacrum. And let it wrap around to the outer hips, and then move down into the outer feet. And then lift the inner feet up to the inner knees, to the inner groins, roll the inner groins back. Broaden the buttocks. Release the whole spine, tail to head. And then coming up, look forward, come to your fingertip, sitting bones down, hamstrings up, pull the belly in and up. So you're lifting the pelvis up, but not pushing the groins and hips forward. Never, never. Good. That's it. But lift and squeeze. Good. Exhale. Regenerate. Inhale, take your arms up and go out to the side or straight forward. Exhale, take your arms down again. You can go out to the side or straight forward. Pause for a moment, widen your inner thighs, roll the inner groins back. Take the buttocks away from the sides of the sacrum. Keep the skin and the flesh and move it down to the outer feet. Lift the inner feet up to the groin. Release the spine, tail to head. Create space without pinching back there. Okay? And then coming to your fingertips, inhale and take your left leg back, knee down, go one. Go one. Draw the outer ankle in, press the foot, lift the knee, and then sink the right knee forward as you do the left leg back. It's easier by the second one. I'll read it. Right? Feel the skin. No, it's the left side again. Right? And we just did it, right? So yeah. Yeah, but it's easier this time. You have to be like, okay, not as bad as that one. Now push back, curl the left legs under, firm the outer hips and waist, flat tongue, step back, straight arm, chaturanga. Again, we'll hold it, whole breath. Roll the inner thighs up, extend the inner groin to the inner heels. Outer heels to the outer knees to the outer hips. Firm the legs, firm the hips, and extend the sides of the body forward. So we're not in down dog, ideally. You're in straight arm chaturanga, plank pose, push up. Okay, and then conveniently, I know. That's okay. And then exhale, lower your knees. Okay. Stick your butt out. So move your buttocks back toward your heels. That's it. Spiral your inner elbows forward. Pull your elbows back. And then move your chest and chin forward and down. Buttocks up. So this is called chin. And if you can move your chest more forward, Robin, and chest touch. Yeah, drop. Yes. That's it. It's curvy. Now, extend your legs back. Now, so draw your chest a little forward. Bring your hands a little back. Roll your thighs in. Draw the outer ankles in. Press the top of the feet down, lift the knees up. Don't come up yet, just lift the knees.
Don't lift the tops of the feet so much, just the knees.
No.
Yeah, okay. Broaden the buttocks, and then press the pubic bone down. And as you press the pubic bone down, see how much lift you can get in the chest. So lift your head up too, lift your head. Yeah, take your hands away. Yes. Now you can bring your hands and go, right? And you don't have to go very high, right? But so you're working with your back muscles here. And then exhale, push back, release. And then come to down dog when you're ready, and take a few breaths there, okay? Breathe and release. So widen your feet a little when you go a little wider, front to back, and lift your heels more. Yes, and then straighten your knees. And yes, and lift your heels at the same time. Yes, and lift your butt some more and more. Stick your butt out. Yes, and tilt your, yes, yes. That's the fit. That's the fit. Okay, elbows in enough. Firm here. Firm here. Yes, don't sink the elbows. Okay. And lift here. Open the back knees. Yeah. Heels out a little. Yes. Good. And then you can slowly reach the heels down, but keep the buttocks up as you do. Okay, keep the elbows in and up. Don't sink the elbows. Good. And then inhale, bring the left leg forward. So you can shift your weight forward. Right, lower the right knee. Like so. Now the outer ankle in, press the top of the foot down, so that up dog, right? And extend the leg back as you sink the left knee forward with toes and then lower the right knee down. Yeah. And then lift and coil. Take a breath, push back, left knee over the left ankle, firm the hips, firm the belly, roll the right toes under, firm the outer hips, look down, exhale, step forward. Uttanasana. Again, inner groins back and wide, and buttocks. Pay attention to your tailbone and your sacrum, and the skin and the flesh there. It's a lot of connective tissue. It's generally dull, right? But see if you can sense the skin and broaden it. Wrap it around to the outer hips, down to the outer feet. Inner legs up, outer legs down. And then release the torso, tail the head. Coming up, move forward, from your fingertips, sitting bones down, hamstrings up, move them up. Lift the pelvis upright, inner groins back. Good. Elbows firm. Lift up. Good. And then exhale. Do one more high lunge, okay? And low lunge. Down to high lunge. Inhale, pick your arms up. Exhale, breathe. Inhale, right leg back. High lunge. From the outer hips, step down. Straight arm chaturanga. From your body, spread your palm. Exhale, gently lower down, buttocks up. Knees, chest, chin. Take a moment. Just more forward row. Yes, there. Good. And then extend the legs back. Okay. Roll the thighs in. Lift the knees only. Lift the hips. Yeah, so not much space, right? Yeah. And then curl up. And then use the little arms. But keep the elbows down. Shoulders down. Chest up. Higher than the shoulders. Good. Then you push back. You can always go back to that Virasana and spread the buttocks a little. And then come up into down dog for a few breaths. You got it. Keep the elbows in and up. Huh? With your heels. Yeah, the way your hands may be a teeny bit more. Good. Turn your hands out. Let it. Yes. Very good. Good. Okay. Breathe deeply. Okay. I know. That's the yoga for me. Yes. Good. And then inhale, bring the right leg forward, high lunge, and your fingertip, from your outer hips, from your waist, exhale, step forward, Uttanasana. Release the flesh, bend your knees, widen, work towards straight, release the torso. Look forward and inhale, come up. Inner brains back, out thighs back, elbows firm. Reach up, lift the ribs. Don't push the chest or hips forward. Good, exhale, with your arms, good. One more, on the left, inhale, reach up. Exhale, release over. Buttocks broad, inner thighs broad. Inhale, step the left leg back, high lunge. From the hips, from the waist, flat palm, step back, straight arm chaturanga. From knees and elbows, from torso. Okay. We have some resistance. Of course. Now gently lower your knees, lift your hips, fire with your elbows, right? And then chest and chin. Take a moment to touch down. Right, and then extend the leg, roll the thighs in, Outer ankles, press the feet. And hips. Curl the spine up from that pressure. Head up, Robin, head up, take your gaze. And then you can use your little arm, but use more hips. Press the hips down. Yes. Good, and then exhale. Down dog. You can go through child pose. Take a deep breath. Read the sound. Yes, go wider front to back, crunching. Wider front to back. Lift your heels more. Straighten your knees. Turn your heels out more. Roll the top of the feet towards each other. Keep the heels out more. Heels out, yes. Good. Inner groins back. Yes, firm elbows. Firm elbows. Don't shove the shoulders. Just squeeze the elbows in and lift the hips up. Yes, and let your sacrum go in. So your sitting bones come up. Yes. The forward bend. Good. And then inhale, bring the left leg forward. With your fingertip, high lunge. Turn your outer hips. Turn your waist. Head down. Exhale, step forward. Uttanasana. Widen the inner thighs. Widen the backs and sides of the buttocks. Release. Tail the head. Coming up, move forward. Inhale, reach up. Use your arms. Use your arms. Use your arms. Lift up with your arms. Good. Squeeze your elbows. Exhale. Good. Okay. So we'll do a couple of standing poses. So have some blocks handy as needed. And step to your side. You have 2 blocks at the back and this. Okay. Need to get up to mouse feet. We're gonna just go quickly through these. So turn, yeah. You know that, that's fine. Either way. You can face them if you want. You can face, yes, it's fine. I will not mirror you. Yeah, okay. Fingertips together, so it don't go wrong. Okay, so turn your right leg out, left foot in, feel the heel. Turn your elbows from your knees. And really turn your right leg out. So your left hip can go a little towards the right hip. It's okay. It's allowed. Okay, lift your arms. Yeah. Look to the right, take a breath. Exhale, reach out to the right. As you reach out to the right, you're sitting bones to the left and roll your left foot down into a forward bend. Then bring your hand in the block and then bring your top hand to your hip. Now, coil your right sitting bone under and press it forward and the outer right of the femur towards the person in front of you. Press the right thigh towards the person in front of you. That is in front.
Front out.
Yeah, right. Look, turn your head up and look up. There's someone in front of you. Right hip forward. Left thigh back. And open the hips that way. Don't lift your head anymore. Lift your head up. Your ear towards the ceiling. Top ear towards the ceiling. Okay. And then roll your spine up. Yeah. Roll your right shoulder back. But then power that shoulder blade on the back to turn you. And then take your top arm up. You're doing this. Yeah, tuck your chin. Yes. Not so much. Is this retraction? Yes. There you go. Good. Yeah. Root into the outer back foot. Use your top arm and inhale them all the way up. Good. Exhale. Hands to hips. Turn your leg. Left leg out, right foot in, heel to heel or heel to inside. Really make sure that the left leg is externally rotated. Turn the ribs back to the side of them. Extend your arms. Turn your ribs back to the side of them. Draw the shoulder blades down, but don't unturn your left leg. Turn your left leg at the head of the femur. Left leg out. The front leg, turn it out. Yeah, at the head of the femur. Here. Yes, the groin crease. That's where you're doing the forward bend from. Shoulders down, elbows up. Turn your head to the left. Exhale, you move your sitting bones to the right, to the back heel. As you move your torso to the left, in a forward bend to the side. Bring your hand on the block, bring your leg, top into your hip. Okay, curl your left sitting bone under, press it to the person right in front of you where your eyeballs, and then roll your right thigh back against that. And as you roll the right thigh back, feel how that turns your hips. Lean back to the person behind you, tucking your chin. Yeah, good. And then roll your left shoulder back, but power that left shoulder blade on the back to turn more. Then take your top arm up and breathe. Good. This is the inner front foot, outer back foot, to maintain stability. This side better. Head back a little, Robin, and left buttock forward towards Emily. Left buttock towards Emily, right thigh back. Yeah. Good. That's it. Now we're going to the outer back foot. Use your top arm, both arms. Inhale to come all the way up. Good. Exhale, hands to hips and turn. So now we'll do part of Risa Trikonasana. So you're gonna turn your left leg in deeply, right leg out completely, and face the skinny end of your mat. Turn your hips around. Outer right knee to outer right hip, roll the left hip around. Good, extend your arms, take an inhale, exhale. Start to fold over your right leg and bring your left hand down on the block. You can move the block to the inside of the leg. Take your right hand to your right hip. And actually take your right hand to your right knee, outer right knee, outer right knee. Now draw a line from the outer right knee up to the outer right hip. Draw a line with your fingers all the way to the outer right hip. Pull the outer right hip back as you roll the left buttock around. Stand strongly in the inner front foot, out the back foot. Extend your torso towards the rope wall, towards the wall in front of you. And then powering that left shoulder blade on the back, turn and roll the right shoulder up. Not to pull the head forward. Take the head a little back and bring the ribs around into the twist. Then you can take the top hand to the shoulder and lift the elbow, or take it all the way up, or keep the hand to the hip. Okay, pull close, breathe. Keep pulling the hips back, create that, right? And breathe. And breathe. Good. Keep powering that shoulder blade. Yeah, both legs, and then untwist, bring the top arm down, bottom arm up, and come all the way out of the pose and turn to the other side. Left leg forward, right leg back, hands to hips for a moment. Hands to hips to stabilize. Okay? Yeah, good. Outer left knee to outer left hip. Roll the right buttock around. Turn the outer hips in. Turn this hip in. Yeah, good. Okay, take a breath. Extend your arms. Inhale. Strong back leg. Press the back leg back. Press into the inner front foot. So it's like a scissor action. Exhale, you come down about halfway. Then bring the right hand down. Bring it on the block, inside or outside of the foot. Draw that line from the outer left knee to the outer left hip on that IT band area. And then you can even hook your thumb into the hip and pull it back, right? So you root into the outer back foot, but then you extend the torso forward out of the hips. Then you roll the right ribs down, roll the left ribs up, and power the right shoulder blade on the back to turn. You can take the left hand to the shoulder and up, or just straight up, or keep on the back. Breathe. Inner front foot, outer back foot, stay with hips, extend your torso. Extend the torso, and then turn. Good, and breathe. Get there. Hips back. Good. Good. Yeah. Good. And then coming out, take the top arm up, bottom arm down halfway. Use your arms to turn all the way to the side of the neck. Good. Exhale, bring the hands to the hips. Okay. Step the legs together. You can move the blocks out. Okay. Urdhva will do. So you have options. You can interlace, you can keep your hand on hips if you might need your hands for balance. You can hold one wrist. You can externally rotate your right arm and hold the elbow, and then bend and hold the other elbow, and lift and roll the shoulders back, and move the spine in, right? Or full pose. You can take Paschimana Namaskar. Okay? You choose. Feet together. Turn your outer legs in, close the gap. Yeah, even as you do that, squeeze the outer shins in, just below the knee, outer calves in. So separate your knees a little bit, feet. Yes, and then squeeze those shins and the calves in. Yeah, right? And then straight legs. Lift the torso. Step or jump. Turn your right leg out, left leg in deeply. Press into the outer back foot, inner front foot. Roll the left buttock around, right? Firm the hips. Coil the spine in, inhale, look up. Exhale, extend the torso forward as you pull the hips back. How do you pull the hips back? Press strongly into the inner front foot and draw the outer right knee back to the outer right hip as you roll the left buttock around. Keep the hips back as you extend the torso forward. Shift the abdomen, turn the ribs. You can bend the front knee any amount. Keep the back leg straight. Keep the weight in the back leg as you bring the torso over the front leg. All the way from the shoulder. Push it back. Good. And then work on straightening the front leg very, very slow as you breathe. Good. Head down. Lift your head. Bend your front knee. Bend your front knee a lot. Good. And then shift your abdomen over the right leg. Shift it to the right. Lift your abdomen and move it over to the right. Yes. And your torso, the whole thing. Yeah. And now take your head to your shin. Take your head all the way down. So just release your head. Yeah. Okay. Bend the knee. Bend the knee a lot. Yeah. Release the head. Yeah. Good. Take your eyes here. Good. Yes, pull the right knee back to the right hip, roll the left buttock around to the front. Okay, and then pressing into the inner front foot, outer back foot, keep the hips back as you extend the torso forward. So don't come up with a round spine. Extend, chin leads the way, long way up. Good, and then turn, facing the front. So actually, step the hands and legs together. So then if you have your elbows, then you change, externally rotate your left arm, hold, bend. Right, lift and roll the shoulders back, draw the spine in. Okay. Pull the legs down, just up. If it's too much, just take the elbow. Okay. Okay, squeeze the shins, squeeze the calf, squeeze in. Squeeze your outer shins in, so look here, one shin. So the backs of the calves, instead of rolling them this way, roll them that way. Yes, exactly like that. Again and again. Step her down. Don't go too wide, right? Front to back or side to side. Then you turn your back leg in deeply. Turn your left leg out completely. Firm your outer hips, inner thighs back. Inhale, you coil the spine in. Look up. Exhale, as you come forward, all the weight pitches forward. So draw the outer left knee back to the outer left hip. Pull that outer left hip back as you roll the right thigh and buttock around to the front. You can bend the front knee, shift and turn the abdomen so you come right over the front leg. And then release the head down. Yeah. Shift a little more to the left in your torso, Faina. Yes, and shift, not turn. Like, yes, exactly. And then bring the head down on the shin. Yes, and plant more energy in the inner front foot to push you back and pull the outer left knee back. Yes, yes. Good, good. Drop your head winching, forehead to the shin. Now, press into that inner front foot. Start to slowly straighten that leg and press into the outer back foot and keep pulling that outer left knee back. That's enough. Let your torso come down again. Yes, so play in that zone. Fine, yeah, pull the outer left knee back to the outer left hip. Roll the right buttock around. Keep the hips square. Good. Release your left shoulder. Okay, and then coming up, pull the hips back first. So don't come up with a round back, right? Hips back, uncurl your gaze. Chin more, chin more. Yes. Now you come up. That's a flat back. Okay, turn, step her down. So when your arms are bound, you don't have to do it. You step it down with the arms bound, and then you release. That's too much on your arms. Yeah. To go from that to that is a lot. Okay. Okay. Shirshasana, headstand. Okay. So if you you don't have headstand, you can do one of the various options. Instead, you can do Frozen with your head down. You can do the ropes. You can do a block at the wall, walking in. You can try a little room. That's sometimes fun. Oh, no, my shoulder bothering me. Too high for you? No, it's just rolling. Is it rolling? Wait, let's see. Let's see what we. Okay, so it's not going. It's solid. In fact, maybe it just turned. Generally doesn't. Yeah, I have to get rid of these things. And I'm wrong. Okay, Ron, you want to this maybe the now. Oh, it is. Wow, no, nothing. Okay, let's not put it. Okay, so David? Well, now you come out, I'm gonna try to fix this. It'll be something. I'm just because I don't want anyone else to hurt themselves. So you wanna do something? Okay.
So instead of using your hands, yes, do that, right? And then work toward bringing your elbows down and back. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Straight down. And that's when you do down, the shoulder blade, and so, yeah. Good, then change your ball. Yes, Saina, good. Lift the hips a lot, outer hips up. Yes, keep walking in, lifting the hips, lift the hips. Straight knees, lift the heels as much as you can. Yes, keep lifting the hips. Yes, yes, more and more like that. Don't pull the head through, just let it hang. Yes. Good, and then take one leg up. Straight leg. Extend the front of the leg, just like we did in that down in that shoulder stand, you know, okay. Sun salutation. Yeah, remember. So as you move the leg, this outer knee, this outer, this hip has to lift, right? You can't lose it there, because that's the thing you do not need to go over the head, so you can bleed it too far. Yeah. So don't get too close, it's harder. Well, yeah. Okay, yeah, now the right knee to the right hip, lift the right hip up, outer right hip up. Yes, exactly, yes. As you lift the left leg up, this also has to break. This also has to, like it tries to go to nuts. Good, and then down the mess. Good. Okay, let it move. Come on down. Take a little rest. Your neck, whether it's in child pose or uttanasana or down dog. And then you're gonna come right back or better Parivartanasana. Bend the abdominal twist to one leg straight, both legs straight. Okay. So just do that and I'll take care of it. So you're gonna lie down on your back. Yeah. And if you need something under your head, you can take that. Your arms extend, your knees are bent, feet flat. Arms extend down the shoulders, but a little down from the shoulders, right? So that they're not above the shoulders. But draw the shoulder blades down the back and broaden the collarbones and the top edge of the shoulder blades. So you're extending from the center of the chest to your hands and your backs of the heels are on the ground. And you're also extending from the center of the upper back, right, to the backs of the hands. So the arms extend and press down. Okay, and don't overdo. And then sink your waist as you exhale and take one knee to chest, sink your waist again as you exhale and take the other knee to chest. And then flex the feet, evert the feet, roll the feet so the inner feet extend, outer feet pull back, and your legs roll into internal rotation. And bring the inner edges of the feet and legs together as you're able. Arms are extended. Hollow abdomen. Let your tailbone really roll up towards the backs of the knees, sitting bones too. Take a breath and pressing the arms down equally as you exhale, bring your knees over to the right, maybe a third of the way, okay? Now the feet tend to fall down, so lift the right foot up into the left foot and observe how your thighs roll down, the front thighs towards the ground. And the knees are up towards the elbow. Right now, turn your ribs back to the left, so your lower front ribs turn and your lower back ribs come closer to the ground. And then see if you can let your knees release a little bit more towards the ground. Pressing equally, you're gonna feel more weight in your right arm. Take a breath, and as you exhale, turn your left rib all the way back to the neck, come back. So you can always hug your knees in between, right? So you can give yourself a little rest from holding the legs up, and then extend your arms again. Press the backs of the hands and arms down and expand from the chest and upper back. Burn the legs, evert the feet, take a breath, squeeze the legs together, and as you exhale, go to the left, maybe a third of the way. Okay, and observe how the feet fall. Lift the left foot up into the right foot and roll the fronts of the thighs down. And then observe your ribs. So as you exhale, you turn your right ribs back. So your right ribs come closer to the mat. Take an exhale and then see if you can keep your ribs turning to the right and release your knees a little bit more to the left. The knees are traveling up high towards the elbow. Keep pressing both arms down, you'll feel more weight in your left arm. Take a breath. As you exhale, turn your ribs back all the way to the right to the mat. Wrap your arms around your legs and take a breath.
So you can repeat that, right, or you can go the next step, extend your arms. Press the arms down, keep your right knee bent and straighten your left leg. So rather than legs perpendicular, and keep both feet flexed, okay? Try to get, and this comes only with flexibility, your legs to fall towards your chest, more like Halasana, cloud pose. Take a breath, and then as you exhale, pressing into the arms, take the legs to the right. So now your right leg is bent, holding up the straight left leg a little bit, right? Keep the right foot lifting and roll both thighs down towards the ground a little more. Take a breath and turn your ribs back to the left. Right, and maintain that, and as you exhale, see if you can lower your legs a little bit more towards the ground, so your left foot is moving towards your right hand. Pressing equally in both arms, you'll feel more weight in your right arm.
Is your right foot flex?
Yes, both feet flexed. Take a breath, and then as you exhale, turn your ribs back all the way to the left, and bend your left leg. You can wrap your arms around for a little rest. As you do that, hollow your arms in, don't harden. Right, spread the abdominal muscles and flesh along the back of the body. And reflex and evert your feet. Roll the thighs in, extend your arms out, press the backs of the hands and arms down, and keep your left knee bent and straighten your right leg. Try to keep your knees closer to your chest, both feet flexed. Take a breath. As you exhale, bring your legs to the left and up, right? And then observe, lift the left foot up more, roll the thighs down, right? Take a breath, and as you exhale, turn your ribs more back to the right, so your back ribs meet the mat more. And then maintaining that, see if you can release as you exhale, your legs a little bit more towards the left, so your right foot's coming towards your left hand. Try to press evenly in both arms, you're gonna feel more weight in the left, of course. Take a breath, and as you exhale, turn the ribs back to the right to come back out. Bend your right knee down and then hug your knees to chest, and we'll do one more. With both legs straight, or you can stay at that one or go back to both knees bent as you need. So extend your arms, firm your legs, roll your thighs in by extending your inner feet and everting your feet. And sink your waist. And then extend your legs one by one. Legs straight up in the air. And see if you can let your feet fall more towards your face, which means your sacrum, tailbone, everything comes off the mat a little bit, like Halasana. Take a breath, firm your knees, firm your feet, press your arms down from the center of chest and upper back, and then as you exhale, you move your legs over to the right, about a third of the way, right? And your feet are angling towards your right hand. Now, roll the thighs, front thighs down, so you roll the outer right hip away, right? So you lengthen the right side. And then turn the ribs back to the left, and see if you can release your legs a little bit more towards the right. Pressing equally in both arms, again, you'll feel more weight in the right arm. Lift the bottom leg up to the top, and inject the right leg into the hip socket as you extend the left leg out. Take a breath, and as you exhale, turn your ribs back to the left, come up. Bend your knees, wrap your arms around your legs, follow your abdomen, and we'll repeat that on the left side. Flex and evert. Extend your arms, press the backs of the arms down, and hands. Extend your legs one by one. And let your feet fall more towards your head side, like Halasana. So you're sacrum and buttocks lift off the ground as you're able. Firm your knees, firm your feet, firm your arms, center of chest to upper back. Extend. Take a breath, and as you exhale, legs go to the left, right? About a third of the way, don't go too far. And then roll the front thighs more down and elongate the left side of your waist, right? And then press the arms down, turn the ribs back to the right, and exhale and see if you can lower your legs a little more towards the ground and also towards your left hand, right? Keep turning the ribs, pressing the arms, try to get more weight in the right arm. And then take a breath, and as you exhale, turn your ribs all the way back to the right, come out, bend your knees, tuck your knees in, and release. Good, not terrible, right? Okay, good. I'll take that as a yes. Single leg raises, okay? So, bring your arms over, bend your elbows alongside the rib cage, in Supta Tadasana, firm your knees, flex your feet, elbows close in. Hands face each other, palms spread. Dig the elbows down, the head, the buttocks, and the legs. Lift the whole upper back off the mat, and then roll the outer edge of the upper arms down, so like bridge pose. Lift the inner edge of the upper arms and the back ribs up, and the armpit chest. Maintain that, and then as you exhale, sink the lower front ribs towards the lower back ribs, and sink the sides of the waist down, and bring the lower belly towards the spine. Okay, so you're not hardening, you're hollowing. There's some firmness, but you're not puffing the abdomen. And then extend the arms along the sides and turn the forearms and palms down as you keep the shoulders rolling open. Elongate the back of the neck. You can put something under the head if need be. Sink the waist, belly to spine. Evert the feet, firm the legs, press the left leg down and inhale, raise the right leg up. And then exhale, lower, and then press the inseam of the right leg down as you raise the left leg up and exhale, lower. And continue, alternate, go slow. Don't go fast, not too slow. Work with your breath and observe how as you raise the one leg up, the other leg rolls out into external rotation. So try to keep that leg firmly down, right? Don't let it roll into external rotation. Try to keep all the flesh of the back of the leg on the mat when pushing. So behind the right thigh and knee, the right leg, the one on the ground, press it down. Don't overly flex the feet, push the feet a little forward, right? Like a Barbie doll, yeah. Just a little bit, flex the foot, but also don't harden, right? Especially so grip with your kneecap, grip the quadricep at the knee, yeah, yes, good. Yeah. Okay, so here's what straightens the leg. This, yeah, right here, this has to engage. That has to firm, yeah, from both legs, maintain firmness in both legs. Imagine you're doing this standing up. Okay, and as you raise that one leg up, don't harden too much in this leg or this leg, right? Keep rolling this leg down. Now raise the other leg up. Yes, and then exhale down, like that. Okay, both legs are working.
You're using the holding down to propel the raising of the other leg.
Yes, absolutely. That's part of your stability, right? Imagine you were standing. This would be a strong part of your stability, right? Right, and so what happens is when we raise the leg up, this pops up, right? So you're trying to keep this down as you raise that. Okay? Yeah, so you're trying to keep this down, press it down as you raise this a little higher, right? Yeah. So this is pressing down, now this is pressing down. Good, and then lower, that's enough, don't overdo it, right? And slowly, and how you strengthen, keep the waist firm and stretch. Good, okay, and then when you finish on the left, rest for a moment in Shavasana, take a breath, deep breath, let it go. So it's not about keeping hard, tight muscles all the time, this is incorrect. Muscles only do one thing, they contract, that's the only thing they know how to do, they don't relax. The only way you can get them to let go is tell them to stop contracting. Okay? That's on you, people. Okay, so now we're gonna do Urdhva Prasarita Padasana. And we'll do it with the arm position 3 ways, do it 3 times. So come away from the wall so that you can have the option to have your arms overhead if you like, okay? So. Bend your knees, have your feet width apart. Take your arms down at your sides. Now here again, you can have something under your head. Now, just try not to bend your elbows too much. So it's more like you're sitting on your wrists maybe, but you're gonna bring your hands under the lower part of your buttocks. So straighter elbows. Yes, like that one. Yes, more like that. So then your hips are a little bit elevated, right? And then you can, as you exhale, sink your waist and roll your belly down towards the mat. Roll the top of the sacrum down towards the mat. And you're gonna maintain, tuck your chin, lifting. So if you need a blanket under your head, take it, okay? You can't do this with your chin up like that, okay?
So you're, sorry, I didn't understand.
Look down to your heart, don't look up to your eyebrows. No, keep your head on the ground. Tuck your chin and look down, yes, there you go. Don't look up. If you look up, you lift your chin and you strain your brain, okay? So now, bend one knee to chest. Flex the foot, knee for foot, sink the waist. The belly down, side of the waist down, lower belly to spine. Then the other leg up, both knees bent. Now extend one leg up straight, and then the other leg up straight. So this is already hard if you're very tight, right? So then you could sit more on your arms to give your hips more height if you need to, right? You could pull your elbows, yes, try that. Yes, one leg at a time. Don't overly flex, point your feet just a little and grip your knees more and push your legs more away from you, Robin. Push your, yeah, now straighten your knees, oh, yes, like that. Now pull the feet a little more towards the head side, yes, and exhale, sink your waist. So you might just stay there, okay? That's also fine. See if you can bring your legs closer to your head side, finding that, and tuck your chin, tuck, yes, good, okay. Now, don't overly flex, don't overly point, but find that sweet spot so you're not just hardening your feet and wasting all your energy there. Now take an inhale and as you exhale, lower your legs about a third of the way down, pause. Extend the legs, sink the waist, exhale, lower the legs, 2/3 of the way down, firm the knees, extend the legs, sink the waist, lower the legs down an inch from the ground. Extend the legs, sink the waist, and then lower the legs slowly all the way down. Yes, not so terrible, right? Now bend your knees, bring your feet flat, no, feet flat. And always do one at a time, okay? So that you're not just jumping like a rabbit, right? But you're trying to relax and do it more and more effortlessly. It's not about doing more effort, it's actually about doing less effort and doing it more gracefully. So you can repeat your arms here, or you can try it with your hands at your sides. So you're not sitting on your arms now, palms down along your sides, okay? One knee to chest, other knee to chest. Roll the outer edge of the upper arm down, just like in down dog, inner edge of the forearm and hand down. Then you straighten your legs one by one. You sink the sides of the waist, the lower front ribs to the lower back ribs, the lower belly to the spine. Firm your knees, extend through your inner feet, pull your outer feet back to your outer hips. Roll the outer edge of the upper arms down, sink the waist. And as you exhale, extend the legs as you go 1/3 of the way down. Sink the waist. Firm the knees, extend the legs as you go 2/3 of the way down. Firm the knees, sink the waist, extend the legs as you go about 1 inch from the ground. Pause there. Pause there. A little lower, 1 chin straighter knees. Extend through your spine. Extend your legs. Yes, yes. Slowly lower all the way down. Yeah. So you have a tendency to always do not straighten your knees or your elbows, right? So that's engagement. A little more engagement. Okay. So the last one is arms overhead. Okay, there you go. Okay, so bend your knees, feet flat. And exhale, when you sink your waist, don't squeeze it together. Think of broadening it more and following it and spreading it, and then getting more of the back body touching that. Then inhale, take your arms all the way overhead with your palms facing up. Again, backs and hands on the ground. And then exhale, sink the waist, lower front ribs to lower back ribs, and widen, and lower belly to spine and sides and waist down. And then bend your knees up one by one, knees to chest, flex either your feet. Then extend your legs one by one, firm your knees, right? Sink your waist, bend your arms and legs, especially your inner legs, your inner feet. And then as you exhale, lower it again, 1/3 of the way down. Knees straight, yes, pause, pause, pause. Extend your legs, push out equally. Sink your waist and go down, 2/3 of the way down. Pause there. Good, sink your waist. Yeah, tuck your chin, right? Extend your legs, and then slowly go to 1 inch. A little more, a little more, a little more, stop. A little more, a little more, a little more, stop. Left leg is a lot higher than the right leg. Or it's working harder. Yeah. Good, okay. And then this. Very good. That one's called Urdhva Prasarita Padasana. Upward facing. Prasarita Padotana. I think it means extended, maybe. I'm not sure what Prasarita means. Upward facing legs, extended legs, right? So it's preparation for shoulder stand, right? Okay, so then bend your knees, roll over and come up. Take a blanket on your mat and open it up. Like so. And these are important exercises to do because we tend to do everything from our arms and legs, mostly our arms, somewhat legs, and nothing from the torso, right? It's like a block of cement with and this is where everything, the spinal cord, the nervous system, the organs, the heart, the lung, everything is there. So let us pay more attention to the center of the body and move from there, center to the outer, right? So, and then when you do that, it also relieves tension that we're holding in your nerves, right? It's a lot of tension. So open up the mat, open up the blanket, pull your mat away from the wall by neck, because we're gonna do some rolling. Okay, so you don't want to hit the wall back there. Robin also and yeah, okay. So first one is just this. And so when you roll, if you're very tight in your back and you don't let go around, you're gonna fall hard, right? So it's a tuck and roll. Right? Into your chest. And then you have to use some abdominal strength here after a while to start to lift up and balance the moment over your shoulders, like you would for shoulder stand, right? So you do that.
We did this in a million years ago.
Yeah. It's good. I teach you now. I love this. I think it's so helpful. You roll. Just start by rolling. And see, like, how you do, right? Are you let go? No, you have 16 vertebrae that are just
not moving.
I don't know what.
Well, you're old and you type. Yeah, and tuck your chin, so you're not looking up, right? When you go back, look in towards your belly. Yeah, okay. Now, if you need more softness, you can take another blanket. But the idea is, in order to do the next thing, you need to be able to lift your hips up a little bit, like that. So see if you can pause for a moment. Up there, yes, Karina.
So when you get back, your head is touching, because my head is still up.
No,
Because,
yeah, that presents something. Yeah, because you're going towards halal.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I guess I'm true.
Yeah, but so instead of being too tight, look here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Circulate your feet down.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, you're working on that.
Oh, I want.
Yeah, so there's no wonder it's going to change.
Oh.
There you go, like that, yeah.
I just didn't know where.
Yes, Robin. Yes, good. Okay, now the next thing is you're working towards is. Okay, yeah, right? Awesome. So you have to lift in order to get it up and over. Maybe you're not to touch, but you're playing and you're breathing and you're thinking, I'm actually not 75.
Okay, so we started.
Don't talk, so scared, lesson.
I know, I'm fixing so. Yes, Frenchie, so keep lifting the hips and reach your legs back there, come on, lift the hips with your abdominal, there you go, you almost had it, do it again. Yes, almost had it, did you feel your toenails? One more time, come on, touch,
It's right there.
come on, touch,
Okay.
touch, yes. Good. Okay, so you see the playful aspect.
Yes.
So one of my students in one of our first teacher training, Elizabeth Gallo. And she's like, my mom used to make us do this in the hallway, me and my two sisters when we would go to sleep. I'm gonna make my. So now the next thing is, you can explore this. Oh, Paschimottanasana. Halasana. Uttanasana. Halasana. Yes, Michigan, go. One. Yes, Karina. Go. Breathe, let it out. You can curse. Yes, quietly. Yes. Mix it. Russian. Mix it with Russian. Yeah, exactly. Good, okay, that's good. So the next thing, if you would like to accept the next level of challenge is, you can go. There, so wait, maybe you start here, Navasana. 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 Uttanasana. Navasana. Navasana. Navasana.
So I feel my neck a little bit when I'm going back,
Okay,
touching. like,
okay,
Kind of,
too much,
I don't know.
okay,
Yeah,
well-
I feel it's like just out of the source of the.
tense, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't go all the way back, okay, just a little bit. Yeah. But you have to try to. Don't hold it too long, it's touch and go. And go, everything, touch and go. You can just like, you just know, oh, that was awesome. I mean, oh, that was awesome. Oh, that's what she was doing there. Exactly. So it becomes a little less serious, a little more playful, a little coming out of our gestalt.
When she acts mentioned severely when I go back.
We're gonna create that too.
Okay.
Well, it's the same, like, if you're not letting go here, not letting go here, you're gonna bang your head, right? So you have to.
I'm consciously going back.
Yeah.
Somehow for me, once I relax, feels okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm too tense, but
Yeah, good.
yeah. I'm trying.
Yeah, it's hard. Look into your heart when you back. Yes, don't look up into your head. The any of this. And don't hold it. Play, move, that's enough. That's more than enough. Now go again. Go again. Go fast.
Going.
Yeah, watch yourself. Go faster. Go fast. Navasana. Navasana. Navasana.
Paschimottanasana, yes, like that, yes. Yes, exactly. Good, okay. So then one more, you can try, if you like. So you flip this back. Just so it doesn't hit me. And then you can go.
Alright.
But you missed it in here. Go back. You go from halasana, navasana, halasana.
So from straight to.
So just roll back.
Okay.
Then.
Okay. Okay. You squat to
Squat.
forward.
It's a squat. Flip this back, so you don't land on your yeah. Then you have to use your arms for momentum. So you could try widening your knees, scoot back more. So you land on your mat instead of on the floor. Because the floor slips your chin. Scoot back more, scoot back more. So when you land, you're on your mat. You get your buttocks on that. Your butt can be on. It's just your feet. Because when you don't have to land here and slide, you don't have to land here and slide. And land here, right? Yeah. There, when she's doing it.
Are you smart?
Yes. Hold it down. But you missed an intermediary. So the intermediary was Navasana. Halasana, Navasana. That's not true, you just hit it, it's just touch and go. Don't hold it, go, keep going. Keep going, back and forth, back and forth, back to Halasana. Back to, now, Paschimottanasana, forget the squat, that's the second. Just do this, yes. Now Navasana, straight leg. Now go to Paschimottanasana, you've got that one, all the way down. Yeah, reach. And then we go back. Navasana, Halasana. Okay, so that's a little aerobic activity you can do, like little spurts are good.
Are you sure the kids are gonna go better?
I don't know if it didn't say that part. So, but it gets on there. Like a cat, go tear around the house. Okay, so that part. So now, fold your mat, fold your blanket over, and have like this. Take a belt. And open the belt, make a loop. And then you open the belt really wide. And you want the tail, here's your tail. If you're right in, on the right side, not pulling this way, but coming back that way, so you can easily pull it, right? And then you take the belt behind you, up around your armpit area. And then you move the clip to the side. And you bend your knees, and you put the belt around the balls of feet, the lower part of the ball, you're sitting down. Yeah, you need a much bigger loop. But it's called, Navasana, yeah.
In this way or?
No, the other way, yeah, because you wanna use your right hand to pull it, tighten it, or shorten it, lengthen it, right? So maybe this is a little too tight, and lengthen it a little, lengthen it more. Too tight, but you gotta get the tension in the belt. Right first, find the right tension, and then it's right on the, so the shoulder blades, right, like that. And then you slowly straighten your leg, and when you straighten, you want your toes about in line with your eyes, lift your chest. Alright, and then maybe you can balance it too. Okay. So winching is really better if you have a quick release.
Yeah.
So take this one.
I can get another one.
Here, I'll get it, I'll do it. Yeah, so yeah, that's it, tighten it up a little bit.
Tighten it?
Yeah, tighten it, more. And then you can always loosen it. Now, you have your good hands. No, okay, forget that straight, you just have it bent. Just do it bent.
And where do I get like this?
See that? Lift your chest. There you go. Squeeze your legs together. Yes. Good. Yeah, now straighten your left leg. Come on, straighten your left leg. Yeah. Lift your chest. Lift your chest. Yeah, so the belt is sliding. You can keep it right to where. Yeah. Yeah, that maybe it's a little too tight, maybe, because your legs are too high. Right? So shorten, maybe the legs and down. Bend your knees. Yeah. Okay, now. Lift your chest, keep the loop, where's the belt? On the balls, it's keep the tension between you so you don't need to use your strength so much, right? Lift your chest first, so yes, Robin, yes, lift your chest, lower your leg. Your legs have to work more towards the ground,
Yeah.
your chest has to work more towards the ceiling. chest up, anything, yes, chest up, keep your knees bent, forget the straight leg. That's good, just lift your chest, lean up, your chest upright, yes. You see how you have to lift your chest up, yeah. Yes, that's it. It's just an easy way to do Halasana, no, Navasana. Yeah. Yeah, so your feet are too high, right? You want your toes in the room with your eyes.
Yeah, loosen it up.
Yeah, just come, yeah, just, that's enough. Yeah. Yes, Robin, good. Okay, now, you can still play with that, or you can go to the next thing, right? So, your hand behind you, lean backward, lift your shoulder back with your chest, and then see about lifting your leg up, right, so you can support. Yeah, chest up. Yes, like that, so the shins are parallel to the ground. Look at your toes, now bring your hands a little forward. Just up. Now bring your hands here, yes, thumbs down, just, yeah, good. And then you slowly work on straightening your leg, but you don't have to, especially if you're tight, I mean, you can extend, right? Arms look down, and look here, China. Just up, yes. Okay, good, a little Navasana practice, okay? Now, Baddha. Those the feet together, knees apart, hold your big toes 2 fingers in your thumb. Go back. Okay, and then instead of leaning back, yeah, and lift your chest. Up. Pull your elbows back and lift your chest up. Use that tension, yes. Now bring your legs together, walk your feet a little apart. So you're gonna squeeze your legs into your arms. And then lean back a little now. And now instead of feet together like Baddha Konasana, you extend the inner feet, pull the outer feet back and squeeze the legs in. Right? And then you kind of extend your legs. Yeah. And then you try to get your knees together. And slowly you straighten, yeah, and then you push the feet, the big toes into the hand, arch your upper back and out, while your shoulder blades down and back and look up at the ceiling. Yes, yes, Urdhva Mukha. No, this one is Ubaya Padangusthasana. Ubaya Padangusthasana. So here look Faina, inner feet, extend your inner feet. See your inner feet are collapsing, inner feet, yeah, more and more, push your toes into your hands. Push your toes into your, yes, instead of pulling back your fingers, push your toes up to the ceiling. Yes, more like that, more like that. Now lift your chest up, lift your head up, chin up, and look up at the ceiling. Head up and back. Okay. Chest in, head up. Yes. Okay. Good. You come down. Good. Yeah, keep working that way. So you can stay here and look here, feet apart. Yeah, squeeze the legs in, squeeze the arms and take it. Yeah. Knees in, heels out. Now see if you can get your knees under your arms. Yes. And then start to straighten. Yes. Okay.
We're not better. That would be helpful for me to start it over blanket. Does it make a difference?
You could try. You could put it behind you. So then we'll do one more. Okay, one more. You can stay with this one, or you hold the outsides of the feet from the outside of your legs, and you lean back. Okay, and you lift them. See if you can balance here. Yeah, that's enough. Okay, that happens. Yeah, don't do that. And then you go here. Right? It's kind of like Navasana. Lift your chest, draw the shoulder blades down. Fight to lift the chest. Anyway, chest up, shoulder blades down. Yes, like that. Look at your feet. Look at your, yes, and then you start to straighten your leg. And then this one is Urdhva Mukha, upward facing, Paschimottanasana, forward bend, right? And then here you start to bring your legs toward your head towards your legs. You can point your feet a little bit more. Point your feet, yes. There you go. Yes. And then to come out, you come back to Ubaya, just holding the outsides of the feet, chest up, head up. Yes, chest more, Faina, chest more, chest, yes, yes. And then you can release and come down. Good. Okay. 10:55. So I guess we won't get to all the other posts that I had in mind. So let us do legs on the ball, hips on a bolster or blankets, okay?
How many more did you put in? So
I had 3 bridges and shoulder snacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
It takes 10 minutes to do it.
I know. Well, it's all persistent. A lot of persistence. And also a lot of, I overthrow. But, I think sometimes it's good to do a few standing.
yes, it was that.
Candy, and the sun citations. Oh, you can good. No. I'm down to just 2 repetitions for. Depending on the. So it's good to, so, okay, Reggie, you gotta really use your map, because otherwise the blankets slide, and also the blankets are too wide.
I'm really trying to enjoy the,
Oh, I made you. And then it depends on how close, you know,
for me, I'm tired.
so you can do that, or you can also pull them this way, right? If you prefer them more with this way. I do. Up to you. Yeah. And you can come down and adjust, and see what works, okay?
Like that, it's something right.
So if there's no necessarily right or wrong, if what feels good to you and supportive and not. Right? So. And so there's many purposes for this, right? But for you and for most people, the main purpose is to do that, but also it's this thing of repetition, you have hardening here and broadening here, right? So that this is, you're trying to release the steel bands here, right? And yeah. And let that think about like stop time, right? Put your mind on not doing something. You know, like it to stop doing it. Even though you have it, doing it for so long, but now we're done with it. Yeah, it's already looking better. So, yeah, right? Yeah. And then relax, right? But we take and then keep the pelvic floor rolling towards the ball. Let your legs come a little apart, Paina, so you have some space for your inner thighs, so that you're not gripping there. Yeah. Is it bothering you? No. Yes, keep blankets is good, and if you could move blankets a little back, and make sure your body has a place. You're not like it, or is that enough? Because I think you have a pretty good, right, so the combination of, yeah, just take it, huh? Look at it, and bend your knees, and then, yeah, like it is. Yeah, so you get that bridge shoulder straight. Now, bend your knees, lift your hip off, move closer to the wall. Yes, there, and that, so that when you release your butt. Yes, and hollow, yes. So like this, yes, how you want. So this lifts, yes, shoulder blades and this lifts. This goes this way and this drops down. So the pelvic floor right now is going to be pulling up from your feet, so you want to roll it. Yes, keep going. Okay. Okay. Because of your body, it's even visible, and so you have to actively do, right? So you can move back a teeny bit and see if that encourages. No, not that blanket's just you. You could do sandbags. You could do a belt. Belt, like the same way we did the Navasana. So I look at it too. Great. How would that feel?
It's good, it's just, it's an active pose.
Yeah, then I'm going to give you that. Even a little less. Like that.
3 belts.
You know, one round, 2 around your thighs, or 1 round your thighs, 2 rounds, somebody could do 5 belts. You know, at all. Okay, how's that? Is it clip there bothering you?
No.
Okay. Yes.
Still should be active.
Somewhat, and then you start to relax that, but try to maintain it, right? And less action. Alright, yeah. Press, inner body, that way. Drop the buttocks down. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, okay? And relax. I'll give you a second. We'll give you a couple more minutes, so. Just, we were, you can read me for 2 more minutes.
Yes.
Okay, yes. Inner words out. Inner shoot out. So, begin to now close. So when you come out, you then you slide it down the wall. And while they're and then push yourself back and switch side to side, and then rest your hips on the ground, feet up on the bolster, and Bakranasana. So the feet together, knees apart, and be there for 2 breaths. You can go as far back as you need to let your legs release. Okay, a couple of breaths there, and reserve. And encourage release. Yeah, that's better. I can keep going back again. Yes, yeah, then there's more. Okay, and then when you're ready, you'll inhale, lift your legs up, separate your feet, pause and take a breath. Relax your groins, okay, and abdomen. And then you're gonna sit cross-legged, okay?
So legs are on the blanket, so you're reclining, cross legs and reclining, yeah. Supta Sukhasana. So this stretches your inner legs and top legs a little bit differently. Observe them. Take a few breaths and just feel what's holding them. See if you can encourage gentle release. And then inhale and engage your legs. Lift your legs up, uncross your feet, separate your feet, pause a moment. Feet flat. Relax your inner thighs, relax your groin, pelvic floor, and abdomen. And then change the cross. So it's not a rush, right? Because you're trying to encourage the release, right? Yeah, and when you cross the legs, extend the tops of the feet, so it's not flexing, it's more pointy. And observe. Yeah, yeah. Patient. Yeah, manageable release. Good. And then engaging, inhale, bring the legs together, uncross the legs, plant the feet, relax the inner thighs and groins now. So take a couple of breaths, relax your lower back. And then when you're ready, you can roll over to your side and take a couple of breaths there. And then when you come up, lift your breath up into your front body and let your back body release. Like there's so much, pulling yourself up from the back body, right? So let that transition be the most important part of the class. Is how to come out with a lot less effort and a lot more ease and lazy ragdoll. You can sit, you can work close to your chest down. Comfortable seat. So there's some turn the thighs in, always by the roots of the borders to encourage that broadening of the pelvic floor and supines. And so then you have a more firm foundation for the lift of the twist. And you can take on your mudra if you like. Take a deep breath in and out in preparation to chant. And then inhale deeply for Om. A little deeper breath, lifting your heart. As you exhale, release your head over forward. And release your hands down to your thighs and pause a moment and move the head once again to the heart. And if you take a moment to dedicate the merits of your practice today to anything or anyone that you would like. And then your eyes closed and your heart soft. On an inhale, curl up the back of your neck and raise your head up. And observe that warmth and softness in your heart. And your heart open wide. And have a sense of yourself coming from your heart center. And keep your gaze inward. as you allow your eyes to gently open. Thank you. Okay, you okay, Wenching? Sorry, dry tickle, blanket, dust. Oh, dust. Okay, thank you, ladies. And gentleman on the screen. Have a good Wednesday. And rest of the week.
Yeah, next Monday might be tricky because it's the 9th and 10th days of Dasara.
Okay,
I might have somebody sort of who I have to take around, but I'll see. I'll play it by ear. If I can, I'll come. But if you don't see me, don't worry.
okay, all right, enjoy.
Yeah.
See you soon.
Right.
Bye. Happy Navaratri. Two days.
Night, night.
Where's the other dog?
Those last 2 days are intense.
Yeah.
Yeah, my daughters have been.
Oh, you did? Oh,
So they've been, just like in Jersey. I mean, at the center of the temple and yeah. They're not doing the last big puja, but for her dancing.
cool, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's also the time for ancestor worship this time of year.